abyss.
Okay.
Or the womb.
Okay, I understand.
Where you would actually have a renegade or a tyrant that would be a tyrant of a universal primordial family, breaking away and trying to create a universe of its own outside of the original source. Botches the job, but nevertheless creates a simulation of the original source, which can only be acted out as a series of illusions to support this debauchery. And the ultimate deterioration of misfortune is that the very essence or light particles or souls that is in the primordial world or the original source will eventually get trapped in this cosmic abortion that was set up by this tyrant, and would have to be a part of this tyrannical creation for years to eventually clean this shit up.
Okay.
That would make the original source greater than the original source was, that would have a flaw in it to even create a tyrant that would break away from the original source. And it would never fall again. So in so many words, we're only talking about creation sifting out flaws of its own
self.
Essence,
essence,
to make a greater and perfected product.
Gotcha.
Now,
so many words from the beginning.
Yeah.
There was no perfection.
Yes. That's why they call it chaos.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, that was the scientific element. The other element was you had the great mother. She had a son on abortion who didn't stay in long enough to form itself to maturity that jumps ship. Comes down and creates its own childlike world like a child would do. Right. A child's world is going to be different than an adult's world. The adult's world is going to be more fortified. You see what I'm saying? And more to the essence.
That sounds a little bit like...
And the essence. But the child's world is going to be a play world or an illusionary world. Well, whatever this particular person that would later on be called God by the very parents that it would later on trap in this world. It's like a cancer in the original body succumbing to a cancer, though benign in the beginning, malignant in the end. You see?
Yeah, gotcha.
And then set up a series of creations within the context of creation and in the context of a man and woman or life that is started in this counterfeit creation, would set up a series of events and struggles to get back to the original source. It is the flaw of the chaos that makes this the illusionary universe. It is the sparks of intelligence, or what they call the shards of the chaos, that will bring light and diffuse the flaw. You see what I'm saying?
So basically it's the flaw.
It's the flaw.
It's the flaw.
And this creation that we find ourselves trapped in is nothing but a cosmic journey of diffusing the flaw, or the flaw burning itself out, the flaw disintegrating.
Remember I said yesterday that negative energy, whenever a person dies, they don't die. The energy goes up into the astral plane, negative thoughts, and they bounce around like thought forms. So whenever you think negative, you can be taking on somebody's thought form that died in the 1940s, 1950s. Because those thought forms have to find a host. That's why you got to think on a certain level. Same thing with hatred. To try to understand the science. Understand, I said this in the Human Artificial, even Francis Cress Welsing said this. Our aspect is not to hate nobody. When I talk about white folks, they say you're supposed to understand white folks. There's a difference between understanding racism and white supremacy than hating something. There's a difference. When you hate, you are the only recipient of the damn hate. So you hating on the white man, and he's somewhere in the islands sipping on a pina colada. They don't even get to hate. Hate destroys you. Understand? Because when you hate, these thought forms that bounce around gotta find hosts. And hate is abnormal to us. That's why I used to hear you say black people will never be racist, never were, and never will be. That's not your nature. And you gotta understand the difference. We can give you the knowledge of something and show you white supremacy and what's going on as far as world domination so that you can stand and counter it. You understand what I'm saying? But hatred is a whole nother thing. Because what happens here is it gets to the point where as you get more and more bogged down into your vital system shut down. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's how white folks are. White folks can work with you and understand their relationship with you as them being conquerors over you, can work, can go to dinner with you, can do all this type thing here, but can understand how they rule the system and where you play in the aspect of them ruling. You understand what I'm saying? Well, it's the same thing here. When we talk about these things here, and like I told you before now, the reason why I'm saying that because I told you before, there's a group of entities that the Egyptians call the demiurge, or they call them the watchers. And these are enemies to our rise. And they only got the white boy as a decoy, so you can direct your anger at them, at the white boy, and not the culprits behind us in the spirit world. That's why the book, Gods of Eden, by the guy William Bramlett, they say, no, us white folks is being ruled by some aliens. And these are aliens that's running everything. The key here is that you keep thinking it's physical aliens and they're spiritual aliens. You understand what's going on here? And that's called a demiurge. That's why Pat Robertson, when the movie, when you got to listen to what they say. They ain't on TV for a reason. They rule stuff. And when the movie Independence Day came out, he said, you were focused on the physical, and he said, but they're a group of angels. See what I'm saying? Some good, some bad. That's why I don't use the word the universe. The universe. That knows that don't you know, I'll let the universe handle it. You know the universe is not teeming with both people that's for you and a whole bunch of idiots that's not for you that's in that damn universe. You see what I'm saying? So the key here is, the mission when I'm saying this here is, the hatred, you only receive that. You get where I'm coming from here? So I can tell you about what the white boy doing, shutting down this and shutting down that. But the point about it here is, I'm not hating because the simple fact here, I receive the hate. And that means these thought forms is bouncing around can find a damn host. And then I'm being taken over by something that's detrimental to me. You got to understand the science. So when we say this, it's okay to understand something. You understand what I'm saying? But hatred is another thing. That's personal. And that only directs to you. You get where I'm coming from here? So now these Native American spirits, that's why it's key to tap into the Native American spirits now. As long as, we've been doing all this and stuff. But remember, the whole earth is ours. So we got to access everything. So the Native Americans, these four spirits came. Yakaipa, Bozan, Jephthah, Freeman, and Zimri. On the day after the election, they represent earth, wind, fire, air, and water, and ether. That's 5 of them. And so we want to
goes to the sleeping Vishnu. I'm going ahead of myself. Alright? Just want to show you that. That's the lack of portion. Alright. This thing is not in vain. So, this chakra, well, that was right. Let me do this again. It's all connected. Michael was the fountain ruler of this thing. We're going to go into this. Y'all just bear with me. Everything is everything. You see, everything is everything. Look. When I heard they got his brain, the first thing I said here is, they're going to try to get that spirit. And they tried to get James Brown. Remember the way the James Brown body was up for a month? They was trying to get that spirit. But you can't, you know, there's ways they try to trap spirits, but these spirits are so advanced, they couldn't get them. You saw, and so Michael was secured a couple days afterwards, but anyway, they snatched part of that brain. You see what I'm saying? And you best believe the brain that they're going to give him back, they ain't going to give him back. Okay, but it doesn't matter, because the good part about it is if they snatched it before he died, then they got ways to keep shit alive, and they can study stuff like that, keep your brain alive forever. But he died, and one of the reasons why that spiritual, once he died, the spirits come in and neutralize that brain, and none of that shit works. It's like none of it can't do nothing with it once it leaves the body, changes. So they neutralize it and stuff, so they just got just a piece of meat. You see what I'm saying? It's not like got some Oscar Mayer bologna. You see what I'm saying? You know, the Sudarshana is beautiful to see. The name of Vishnu's weapon, and this, and I'm going to connect this stuff up. I'm really going to connect this stuff up right here. You even on the most important part. Whoever that is, man, I'm going to connect this thing up. The Sudarshana's weapon or discus is a discus that lives in the sky and has the form of a wheel which by rotation comes back to Vishnu's hand. It is a very sharp edge which can slice off the head of demons and biggest mountains, but also spray fire in sparks and blast beams and lightning so that it can burn down entire cities, which with the aim of an elephant trunk, Vishnu aims repeatedly at enemies' armies and fells the demons in battle and ordered by thousands that he throws it at, cutting and burning at the same time. So what this disc is this. Let me explain what this is. This is going to break down the age-old mystery of what UFOs is about. What's that, brother? The flying guillotine. That's a part of it, yeah. Part of it. You know, the Kung Fu movie was made off of mythology. Now, let me explain what this thing is. I don't know, I think Prince Brown was at the Slave Theater. When I so boldly announced that there was going to be a when she took us out in the backyard and said, they're going to run right there, they're going to run right there. And so when I started talking about this stuff years later, and I was doing my lecture, when I came home, my mom like, shit, nigga, I'm the first one to show you one of them. Man, I said, oh, you sure right. So I said, you said, pull up beside the house in the field beside the house. I'm like, oh, you right. Okay, now, what had happened in about a couple of months after I started lecturing, this ball of light would follow me all the while. So I got to be used to this particular ship. Now, the mystery here is, now I'm going to get ready to break another mystery to you in a few minutes. And it took me up until January to finally figure this thing out, either the end of last year, but I'm going to break this to you. The mystery here is how I was able to produce the ship over the 33 acre. Well, first of all, me and Clinton Brown had gone out to a sister named Shakura house that lived in Coney Island. And she was a psychic. So she was asking a couple of questions. So I told her, I was asking her a question. So I asked her, I said, can you tell her about the ship to show up tonight over 33 yes or no? And she said, they said, we'll be there. Now I was stupid. I wasn't going to go and say they had chance to shit and ET don't show. She said, they said, you'll be there. So that's when I got on the link, said, they're going to be one to pull it up. Now this is the great mystery. This is the great mystery. Now this is some sublime stuff. This is the great mysteries. Now y'all listen to this. Because it took me years to figure this out. Because I've been noticing this particular ship since 1992, a little bit right after I started lecturing. And it has followed me all over ever since. Until one night, I was at the bus stop. This was when we get down to the car. And I was at the bus stop, and the ship was hovering over the ship. And I was like, well, hell, you ain't got to take me serious. But you used to take my ass to Cascade Road where I live. You know. And then it disappeared for about 2-3 years. I never saw it no more. Until 2000. And I said, damn, what y'all mad at me when I said to you or something like that? They were like, nah, we just caught ourselves. We was always there. We just caught ourselves. But I got mad and said, fuck it, you can take me home. Now, we show the science on this thing, but and the shit that is, now, attitude, it disappeared for about 3-4 years. Now, and slow on the outer banks. That's the kind of energy, but I realized I just got to talking about this in short. You got 5 minutes and we're going to do this and then that's when you want to break. That's it, yeah. Okay, got 5 minutes. That's when you want to break the 5 minutes. I don't know. Huh? Yeah, but we're doing 5 minutes after this. 5 minutes. So it's 10 luminous emanations. And that's what this is. This is the chakra system. And as you can see, you got Michael, Daniel, Raphael, Caniel, Zadkiel, Sanderson, Gabriel. These particular angelic hosts are inside of your chakra. That's why they had to come back. This stuff is in you. This stuff is in you. Now, one of the last angels that battled, to come back through was Michael, the Archangel Michael. So in order for the Archangel Michael to come back through this earth sphere, Michael Jackson had to leave because he was holding a great part of the Archangel Michael's energy was inside of him. That energy when you come. So Michael Jackson had to leave in order for Archangel Michael to return to this particular earth sphere to be incorporated in your chakra system, which is your soul plane. This is interesting here because this is where a lot of people were feeling pain when Michael died. You see what I'm saying? You see, we're feeling pain when Michael died. You see. So he had to leave. So we just grasping the surface. Now, I'm going to get into one other thing before we go. And that is this. You all right? Okay. All right, yeah. So now, these so-called angels, it's just like they say on Hancock. And when Hancock asked a woman, his so-called wife, who are we? She said, some cultures call us gods, some cultures call us angels. The angels came to take the place of the netters, which means that in Christianity and Judaism, Christianity and Islam, because they were trying to front this thing off of monotheism, which is impossible. It's impossible to have a working system with monotheism. You see what I'm saying? It's unknown, unseen God. So the actual priest understood that the gods, what you call a God more than one God when it appears, it can only appear through a multiplicity of different formulas, different entities, which make up the one God and God one. So you got the one God in Judaism and Christianity, and in order to explain that one God, the multiple deities become the angels. Yet, so the netters become the angels. That way they can still have a legitimate system of the one God being explained through the angels or angelic hosts. You see what I'm saying? As in Islam, the same thing. You get Gabriel, I think you get Michael or Michael, but you also get the 99 attributes of Allah. You see what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as a monotheistic system. There's always a multiple system that the ancient Egyptians, which Eli's God figured out the last year of his life in his last book, From Fetish to God, Ancient Egypt from Fetish to God, and he figured out that the Egyptians, the Canaanites, understood what was called the one God or the God one. And he said those multiple letters were like pieces of the puzzle, and when you put them together, they represent the one God or the God one. We're going to go over here. We're going to go over here, that way we can operate on this side some. The one God or the God one. So these angelic hosts are nothing but the same multiplicity of what you call the netters. You see, the netters. So we tapped into Raphael was actually one of the first coming. Actually, believe it or not, we get that lakeside during Christmas, right before Christmas in November, we talk about the angel Samuel. And Samuel came first. And then what we
whole host of this angelic host. And they told us we were going to go somewhere to give to spread a certain wealth or a certain stability through the land. So they told us to go out on Roswell Road without new white folks and pick up a check, an angelic check. You see what I'm saying? To pick up an angelic check. So we picked up this check. Then they told us to go to a certain bookstore. See if I can find this right quick. A certain bookstore and pick up a certain book that would, let's see if I can find this right quick. That would give us these angelic names. These angelic names. The name of the book is called Angel Signs. This is a book called Angel Signs by Haldane and Seraya. So you go in there and look up this angel signs, and what it is each person on their birthday has an angel. We'll give you out these also when we talk about the stimulus check. So what you're supposed to do is get this check, a $2,500 check. It's not $2,500 at one time, because when we ask the spirit, see what we're dealing with now is this. The first maybe 10 years of my research was to have to come with all this research. And then since 2000, it's been a live and active dialogue with the spirit world. So, you never really saw me with really a whole lot of things based on money. I never was a person, that came with a whole lot of things like that. And the only reason why I'm doing it now is for the simple fact that I waited around to deal with what white folks do. Deal with what works. If it don't work, white folks don't ask me. We're the only one that deal with shit that don't work. For years. You know what I'm saying? Don't work. Be out moving and stuff. You go to temples and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? The doors fall off the hinges, and they're still saying the same stuff that they said in the 1960s. See what I'm saying? So, when this came, and by this coming from the angels, the angelic host, I said, hey, angelic host, I said, wait a minute now, I'm going to put my name on this thing, and you need to be sure this shit is going to work. And they were like, okay, this is the deal. This is the deal. We said, we need to know the amount to give the people that can work. They said, well, since this is a reoccurring thing, they settle upon $2,500. And the reason why is that, because I don't know, a sister called me back in 1997. They had gone and they paid $100 to get into this ritual in Philadelphia. And once you got into the ritual, they had food, they had dancing, but they gave out this money ritual. You see what I'm saying? So, Troy V. So I went to Ohio and I gave the money ritual out to two sisters. And so when I came back about 2 months later to do the lecture, they were like, man, it didn't work. It didn't work. I said, how much did you say do? They said, 10 million, 5 million. I'm like, wait, hold on. Let's not be ridiculous here. So we settled on a reasonable price. They said, look, we can deliver $2,500. As you notice, this check has an 8 in the corner, which is infinity, which means it's not just one $2,500. It's multiple times. And it's very key because it's interesting here, because as of last month and stuff, this stuff is picked up that the goddess Lakshmi, which is the goddess of wealth and prosperity, has not come on board to help assist with these particular energies. It's interesting here because this particular woman, Doreen Virtue, PhD, has a book out called Archangels and Ascended Masters. Archangels and Ascended Masters. And here, she includes Lakshmi up in the host, as well as Hathor and all the rest of the deities and stuff. She includes them. So it's interesting here. It's called Archangels and Ascended Masters. Passion by Doreen Virtue. So they said, well, look, $2,500. Now you can go under $2,500. Like you might put $1,000. You know what I'm saying? You might put $700, but you can't exceed $2,500. Now, this stuff works. So we've been doing this since Mother's Day. Started out in Baltimore. Been doing it Mother's Day and stuff like that. And I've had no complaints. Now try to understand prosperity here. The $2,500 a lot of times doesn't necessarily have to come on a monetary level. You see what I'm saying? There's things that add up to $2,500 that you will receive, and if you did the calculation, you know that's $2,500. Or certain things I received over the course of this week. But it could actually be cash. You see what I'm saying? So I implore you to get this check. And you're going to get a piece of paper like this. You're going to get the check, and you're going to get a piece of paper with your angel names on it. Now this is the interesting part. So let's say, give me your birthday. What's your birthday? June 13th. Okay, so between June 13th and 17th, your angel is called, your guardian angel is called Kali.L. So you're going to take Kali.L, and you're going to write Kali.L right up here. This was mine. This was Bobby Hemmitt. So mine was Ha-Ha-Si-Ya. So you're going to say that, say your guardian angel, you're going to put Ha-Ha-Si-Ya right on top. You're going to put $2,500 in the box. You're going to put now. What's the day you will help? Now. You're going to put, you're going to write my name on over in Bobby Hemmitt, and you're going to write $2,500 here. And then you're going to put, I just said spiritual supplies. You can say extra income. Or something like that, right here in this particular part. But this is how you're going to fill this check out. But the key here is you're going to have to get this piece of paper and find out what your guardian angel is. Now the beautiful part about this is what we're dealing with here is pure ancestral energy. Because when these particular people came out with this book, now this is interesting to me because some people say, well, I want the book. So they go to Amazon.com and order the book. And the book came out in 2000. When I ordered the book cost me $1. And it cost me more to ship it than the book cost. I had to pay down to $3 for shipping it. It cost me, so you want to go and get this book called Angel Signs by Haldane, H-A-L-D-A-N-E, and Seraya, S-I-M-A-H-S-E-R-Y-A-A. Or you can go on the website, and you done it. If you got to go on the website and look up yourself on the website with this. If anybody access the website, you can take this book, go on the website, type in Angel Signs and type in the author's name, Haldane, and Seraya, and the book will come up. Then I think you have a praise number, you tap the praise number, and you can go straight to the guardian angel, because the person that's helping you, you don't know what's with them. I said about 2 pages, 2 or 3 pages on this guardian angel, and you read all this stuff on this actual person that sets over your birthday. You see what I'm saying? So you can go online and do it, or you can try to, if you want to order the book, you can order the book, it's still in print, or you can go to Amazon.com and get it for real cheap. Because this book has been out about 9 years, so that's the good part about that. So you're going to get these things for the angelic stimulus package. Now, you're going to get, I'm going to, see if I got to bring money in here. You're also going to get, now don't sleep on this now. Anytime somebody's going to bring you $2,500 for $5, that's pretty good. But what you're going to do, you're also going to get what is called a magical 8. Now this 8 is $5. So this 8, and this is real magical. Take this 8 and put it in your wallet or put it in your purse. And put this in your wallet or your purse, and you go out and spend money will come right back to you. So you're going to get the 8, you're going to get the check. You're going to put the money in your wallet, and the money will, the 8, this 8 is the money will come right back to you. Because the angels also intended like this. Now one sister went, one sister went put 2 8s in a damn water. That's 16, that ain't 8. That's down 16. You see what I'm saying? So this is one consistent on how that works. So that's gonna be 5. That's gonna be 5. That's gonna be 5. So then, for $25, you're gonna get this. You see, so we talking the package is $35, but for you to know how that you need to get the check of 8. But you say you want to get the whole package. You want to get this. This is the purple healing disc. The purple healing disc. It's a disc. Now this is interesting here because this disc, one brother bought the disc from Trenton, New Jersey, and he gave it to another brother who could see it. The brother said, I see a whole bunch of angels lined up around the disc. This is the healing disc. Now you can bear witness to this, Sudarshana, right? Yeah, it's been doing wonders. This right after Raphael came, he also made it available from a sister named Kablina out in California. I did a reading for her, and she said, well, I want to send you this purple disc, this healing disc. I'm like, yeah, well, you know. She said, but I can't even go to sleep at night until I put this disc on. I said, well, I'm going to go to sleep until 4 o'clock at night anyway. You see what I'm saying? I said, so my energy was very high. And so she said, no, I'm sending you and the queen one of these purple healing discs. So we put the purple healing disc on. And this thing gets rid of stamina. I mean, it gets your stamina, gets rid of fatigue, it gets rid of stress. And those are the first things that you'll get rid of stress and fatigue. Then it starts, then because it has this angelic energy behind it, this is taking on energy. You heard it, the taking on energy in the movie Land of the Lost that just came out. Taking on, what do you call it? Taking on leader or taking on amplifier. That's called taking on energy. This was energy that was pulled down from the 9th dimension by Nikola Tesla. Who Tesla's birthday was yesterday? Oh, okay, good. Right on the money. Nikola Tesla put all this stuff down. He used to go on the brother C2 and said that Nikola Tesla used to go over to the Gnostic records and bring down these particular designs. So one of the designs and this particular stuff he brought down is called taking on energy. And it's also they talk about taking on energy in Star Trek, as well as the Watchmen. The Watchmen movie. They talk about the taking on energy. So anyway, but what the brother saw in New Jersey, we saw a whole bunch of angels around them. Gabriel, Raphael, Michael, Uriel. You see what I'm saying? That was around the particular disc. So what the disc does, because it's an intelligence from another dimension, over the course of months, it might work on different things. So first it got rid of the fatigue, got rid of the stress. Well, I really don't have no stress. I live a stress-free life. You see what I'm saying? I was still in panic the other day. Spirit told me, go get some open beans. Well, I can do it. You go get the bushes of vegetarian beans and get some cut-up fruits and beans. Cut up, put in the beans and some rice. I ain't did that shit since 8th grade. That's when the spirit calls, you gotta do this. So get the veggie. You ain't gonna do the pork, but go get you some, so you vegetarian, you got vegetarian franks. Or even for you want to eat beef, they got turkey franks. But get you some franks and beans. And I took them franks and beans and I went to another level. Now, the key is that we want to get nutritious with this. So what you want to do is you want to go to the store, you want to get some bush barbecue grilling beans. Because once you eat that barbecue sauce,
I went back to like 1975. And you know that's some straight up down home Negro stuff there now. You see what I'm saying? You know, with them Franks and them beans. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to go on a journey. You have to tap into, you got to tap back into things. Now let me tell you what the science is on this. The methodology of healing is this. The methodology of healing is this. If you sit, sometimes you have to take your mind and your energy back to a time when you wasn't sick. You see what I'm saying? So there a time when you wasn't sick when you was in the 8th grade. So you have to basically take a certain amount of energy. So when I tapped into it, it said, your taste buds are actually cosmic computers. Because they got melanin in it. And they store memory. You see what I'm saying? That's why black women are very heavy, because it's something like you got more melanin in your taste buds, so therefore you can taste food better. You see what I'm saying? And as a result, you can eat more. See? But, so the taste buds have memory, so you want to go back to a time when you wasn't sick. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm walking in the grocery store, the spirit will go, get the Klondike bars, got out of ice cream sandwich. You know what the fuck ice cream sandwich is? The Klondike bar got out of ice cream sandwich. So Klondike, that's the name, that's premium shit. See, I know there's a whole bunch of health, but there's also some soul stuff. And you gotta tap into that soul stuff. When you go to that, you don't go to the shrink. When you go to the shrink, the first thing the shrink says is you gotta get back to that inner child. And you gotta be with that inner child. Because that's where it all went wrong. Michael Jackson can tell you about that. Alright? So I went in the store 2 weeks ago, and I got a Klondike bar ice cream sandwich. And I did into it and went to another realm. You see? Now, but I'm never really sick because the simple thing, I never have no stress. You see, I never have no stress. You see what I'm saying? So this particular disc, you see, so after the stress goes, the fatigue, and all this type of stuff, then it starts, you stop eating. You stop eating. And stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? If you eat 1 or 2 bites, you can barely finish the meal. You see, a barely finished meal, so you stop eating. And you stay up all night, or you have this, all kinds of things happen. And different things happen to different people. But at this particular time, because this dimension is open, the goal is this thing, the all of it is Michael Jackson stuff. That was a gateway. That was a gateway. It's a gateway called Farron. Remember Farrell Fawcett died there that morning? That was a gateway that opened. You see what I'm saying? And Mike slipped on through too. You see? But that's another thing. But you want to get this particular healing disc, $25, and this thing now is we get the code for healing cancer. Now one time, father was dying. The guy got a phone call and said his father was on the deathbed, he died, and he was like, oh no. And he saw his father eventually go to a purple cloud and come back down completely healed. So we got those types of things. My queen, her father couldn't even button his shirt. He was like 81. He couldn't even button his doggone shirt. We went down, and so when we first got to this, she started getting better with her putting on the disc. But what happened was we went down and put the disc around this little neck, and this nigga will end up shampooing the carpet. All kinds of 80. You see what I'm saying? At 80, this thing is actually working. It's actually working. So there's a similar relationship with the disc, the check, and the 8. You see what I'm saying? That's the angelic stimulus package. You see what I'm saying? Then we couldn't find out that healing angel was on that wall. One of the sisters took the angel down. A sister had about a week to live or 2 weeks to live, put it on there, and a cancer went into remission. Couldn't find out that's Raphael also, the singers of healing. That's what we take that picture. I do a two-thing. Every change in world, I do a two-thing. I took this disc, because it got a string around it, and put it in my mouth. And fell asleep. And when I woke up, it had all kind of brown toxins on the disc, and my tooth was completely healed. Completely healed. So you can take the disc, and whatever's aching you, you can put it on the part of whatever's aching you or whatever thing, and it can actually heal you. The mystery here is, the mystery here is this stuff is coming from an angelic realm, the ninth dimension. So, the ninth dimension. So we're dealing with some stuff that we're dealing with technology where these particular realms are merging together. And on those realms there is no sickness. You see what I'm saying? There is no sickness, there is no decay. So as a result, you see what I'm saying? This stuff is actually coming together. We've been sending these discs out and people just been bearing witness. You see what I'm saying? So if anybody got some ailments, you got, whatever the deal is, you need to get this particular disc. This particular disc can help you on all types of levels. You see, I think Shabazz is taking martial arts and is developing, you know how that is. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Lee was out, I think that between 1973, between Italy and Dragon. And by the end of the night, I think I got kicked in the nuts about 9 times. You see, I kicked for almost 8 years, just kicking. With that whole Bruce Lee thing. You see, you know how that stuff goes. So, that's why now the karate movement, I said, I'm going out and become. You know what I'm that from Haldane in the 70s? Some of y'all ain't old enough, let me just think get group. They did a thing on the black community. They said they like the black exploitation flicks and kung fu flicks. And it was a phenomenon. You see what I'm saying? And so, some people are into it now, but I got a burnout, but like I said, for about 8 years, that's all I do was just kicked. Kicked. You see? So, that's very interesting. All right? Listen. Okay, let's go into some other things. Let's go into some other things right quick before we go into, because we got a lot of things. We got to lead up to the Michael. So what happened was, here, I want to show you this. I want to show you these right quick. Okay, yeah, I want to show you these right quick. There's some good times. Even Jermaine said he sacrificed. You see what I'm saying? He sacrificed. He said, all I brought him here to make the world a better place, and then all I took him. And then Marlon, that's the one. Marlon was in the background for 40 years. Never, Marlon came, made it sure he came out at the end, and what he said, my brother was an angelic host. Remember he said that? See what I'm saying? Yeah, and he told his brother to say hello to Marlon, to say hello to my twin brother. You see what I'm saying? So some interesting stuff here. So, this is the tarot card, the lovers. Now this is the Archangel Raphael. Naturally, he would be different if it was the African version, but that's not the point. The point here is anybody that's trying to express knowledge got a right to draw the image in their own image. See what I'm saying? So don't get mad at white people because they trying to explain some stuff. You see what I'm saying? They got the right to draw. This is from the 1800s. This is the Rider Waite deck. So this is from the 1800s. But this is the Lover's card. And these two people are here together, and they said when the two are made one, which is talking about the masculine and the feminine balance, that they said that is the coming of the Lord, or what have you. Anyway, they are being washed over in this cloud. They're thinking this is a cloud, but this is actually Archangel Raphael, and it's actually, his garment is purple. His garment is purple. So that's what the whole purple this thing is about. You see what I'm saying? And that's why all this stuff comes together. And it's just healing. We're talking about this angelic stuff, and then the Michael thing happens. It's just amazing how important this stuff is. Now, this is
one of the posters I have, Michael, Amiel, Raphael, Gabriel, Cassiel, Samuel, Sachiel, and Uriel is in the middle. Now, you want to get a movie called Gabriel. It came out last year. And in the movie is about these angels that come down to the planet. Now, this stuff is taken off of actual accounts of what happened in the spiritual life. Anybody heard of a medium book called Spirit's Book? Anybody know the name of that book? It's a book called, it's been out for years. It's called The Spirit's Book. And they talk about how these entities up in their heaven realm say, man, I'm going to go out to earth with my powers, and I'm going to rule. But when you get incarnated down here and get into a physical body, the first thing that happens is they put a baby brain on you. And once you get that baby brain, you not been the God of heaven, but all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? I could stick a fingernail in your mouth, you'd be chewing on it. So they stick that baby brain on you, and it's a form of mental retardation. Now, some people never come out of that mental retardation. But I don't want to get it wrong, because that mental retardation and especially the Down syndrome, those are very advanced, and autism, those are very advanced beings. Because those babies can see the spirit worlds, and they're in between two worlds. That's why they do ask me sometimes, and they talk in the spirits. You understand what I'm saying? Nevertheless, they put that baby brain on your ass, and between you coming in this world, you can get on that, and you can get the cheese on God, and everything, you like to, you know what I'm saying, smoking some crack, or you know what I'm saying? Or whatever type thing, you know what I'm saying? Eating out the trash can and shit, eating some pork skins, or what have you. I ain't had none of them in years. Now, once I became, I was a vegetarian for years, but I never could go back to pork. And I mean, down south, there's a shit called hog cracking. Anybody ever heard about them? It's a hog cracking. It's a big piece of hog skin, and they put barbecue sauce on it. Man, it's heaven. But what happened was, I became a vegetarian for a couple of years, and then you can't never go back to cook after you get that, because you will die. I mean, that will you. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you come down here, they give you one rule, and they put that baby brain on you. You see, you forget it all. So this movie Gabriel is a movie. Gabriel is the last angel to come. Michael, Uriel, Raphael come down. When you get down here, Raphael Uriel is a drunk. You see, Uriel is a drunk. Raphael, who's supposed to be God of healing, is sick. Laying in the damn bed, sick. Then they had some feminine angel come. She came down, she started selling pussy. You call Gabriel. Then there's a whole thing with Michael at the end. He came out last year. And Michael takes himself out by getting stabbed through the heart. See what I'm saying? And even Gabriel had to just commit suicide. It's just trying to show you that down here on this physical realm is hell. You see? And it's just interesting here, on certain things. The human ego, black or white or Asian or whatever, is through, it's finished, it's poison. We got to dump this shit. Humanity is the fucking enemy. We have looked and seen the beast, and it is us. This has to end. There is no hope for the humans, period. That's why we're going back to the God stage. You ain't never seen no ancient text say you're going to go back to Africa. You see what I'm saying? And start planting some goddamn corn or some shit like that. I ain't going nowhere with none of you motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? I done got to a goddamn system for motherfucker knock on my door and that nigga didn't call me. He ain't getting up in my goddamn thing. I don't give a fuck who it is. You don't come motherfucking house unannounced. Don't just drop the fuck by. You got a phone number, you better find that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna have to back away from these fucked up energies. See what I'm saying? I talked to a woman on the goddamn telephone, and after I got off the telephone, I had a fucking mucus attack. Threw up and all that shit because I took on her fucking energy. Her energy was so goddamn low. You see what I'm saying? Was so low. So this shit is over. Ain't no. That's just babble. People talking about a matriarch. He ain't gonna do shit. The goddamn black woman ain't shit, and the black man sure ain't shit. It's over. Humanity is too polluted. You see what I'm saying? So you might say the white man, but no, you niggas are proven that you more devious than him. Why is that? Because this plane that we was on was never supposed to be a permanent plane. You have a baby, you have an adult stage, you have a teenage stage, and then you have an adult stage. Humanity has been in its teenage stage for the last million-something years. We have to graduate to the adult stage. So none of this, you see, don't bring no energy up on it because it ain't happening. You see, that's why I say I don't fuck with no groups. And don't fuck with a whole bunch of conversations about, come on, man, the nigga can't even pay his water bill, but he gonna make a system, a matriarchal system. Know what I'm saying? A patriarchal system.
You don't remember the last time you ruled.
I'm just saying. Now you know damn well I get a whole bunch of women in the goddamn house, I'm thinking one damn thing. You see? How I'm gonna put these moves on that ass. You see? But
kind of scares the ones that are coming in. It's like
you don't, you know, my point here is you don't discuss that shit with them. They're on the first level. You can deal with them on that particular level. But they have to get to certain levels and stuff, you see what I mean? You see? But it's still a waste of time. I mean, you bringing up your fucking energy when you already know some shit ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying? You already know the shit ain't gonna work. We the only ones that'll stick around in some shit that don't work. That's what they say, that's what insanity is. Insanity is what? Doing the same shit over and over and expecting new results. You see what I'm saying? So the immortality, now the immortality state that we're talking about here in this particular case, is the goal here is not how immortal you are, but how much of the entity of the God you are becoming. That's the mystery. You see what I'm saying? To elevate on that level, and that's what we're doing. As we speak right now, that's what we're doing. Every voice and everything and every thought that we're taking in our head, we're becoming close and close to immortality or the godhood or the deities or what they call the new gods that will rule the omniverse. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's happening at this particular time. That's the greater key. You see, and I'll say this: any activity that you immerse yourself in down here that you think is important, you're taking away from your godship. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As far as pondering and pandering over identity groups. We've been here for thousands and thousands of years, if not millions. And we are just about any kind of group. So to call ourselves anything but generator, operator, and destroyer. You see what I'm saying? We're just reminiscing over just past events of ourselves. You see what I'm saying? You know, all these identity groups, we're more than those identity groups. You see? And so this is the level we have to get to. You see? Why? Why do we have to do it more than anybody? Because we've been around more than anybody else and longer than anybody else. And just about every group or every other type of thing we call ourselves, we've already been there, done that, and got the T-shirt. You see? You know about you remember the Matrix? One scene in there where remember the Matrix, the first one. There was one scene where Neo had gotten out and he was riding in the car and when they had jacked him back into the Matrix for the first time, And he looked up and go, I used to eat dinner in that place right there. I used to eat breakfast in that place. That once he was jacked into that, out of the matrix no longer had any significance to him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's going on here, how we are trapped, because believe me, to keep trapped, this earth will give you more and more turmoil. You think some bad stuff is happening now? Wait a minute. These Negroes are going to have something worse than that next month. And it's a never-ending cycle. So what you have to do is you got to come out of it altogether. Then you will see clear. Because this is only an illusion, a series of events that never happened. You see, so in the Hermetic text, which is the Corpus Hermeticus coming out of the priesthood of On, the priesthood of Tahuti at the city of Heliopolis or On, and those texts are survived. And so you have Imhotep, who's the builder of the first pyramid and the first doctor, first physician, got his tools on the temple wall to this day. He is talking to the god Tahuti in the spirit world. He asked the god Tahuti. He said, Tahuti said, none of this is real. He said, wait a minute. Is not the man real? Is not the woman real? Or is not the baby real? And Tahuti say, no, they're not real. He said, if they were real, anything that is real is permanent. For the mere fact that they dissipate every so many years and go in and out of incarnations mean it's only an illusion. It's a simulation of what is real. So what they say, well, what is real? Your soul is real. Your soul is dreaming this world that you are experiencing. And whenever you find out that it's your actual soul dreaming that world, you see what I'm saying? A series of events that never existed, then you free yourself. So don't even get caught up in this stuff. We cutting to the chase. See, you're not talking about a new person that's trying to figure it all out. I've already gone through the misery. So therefore, we cutting to the chase. We right on the cuff of some stuff. And let me tell you, you should be partying every day. That's how close we are. You should be partying.
The concept of you understanding how corrupt it is to be born is anything in Gnosticism. Gnostic mythology. The Gnostics were the later-day Coptic Egyptians. After all that shit was said and done, they said, well, fuck it. We just going to give y'all an overhaul of what all this Egyptian shit was. And they had a mythology. Out of Gnosticism came, out of the Nag Hammadi library came the Gospels, which later became the Gospels, as you know, after they were edited. When they found the Nag Hammadi library in those Dead Sea Scrolls, it was the original writings of the Gnostics that basically had mythology. And long story short, in the mythology, which you can study yourself, being born is actually a flaw, the vomit, the cesspool, the mistake. There's nothing about humanity that is divine. So everybody hotep and hug a tree and eat this and love your arms today. That's good on a certain self-esteem level after you've been through slavery. But in the bigger occult picture, remember,
that's what I'm talking about, on the occult picture.
In the occult picture, this is actually the worst part of yourself. So now, what we gather through channel and put this information, they're going to their definition of heaven or hell based upon their lives. So your relatives still can see you. They're still attached. They haven't even left the earth realm. You know, everybody's scared to die. So you would take your auntie, and while she's hanging around, why you still hear her banging pots in the kitchen, coming to you at night, because she don't know shit. She's trying to figure out, she's still trying to go to your damn graduation, to cookouts and all that shit. Some of them don't even know they dead. That was what the whole movie Sixth Sense was about. They come into these mediums and like, look, motherfuckers, you dead. So these dimensions are even worse than Earth. So the key of us, what we are here to do as God, is not only to end Earth, because it has reached its course. We weren't here for thousands of years. We were here for billions of years. It's run its course. It's time to end it, and when we end it, we're ending all the dimensions as well. Everybody gets to go home. The system is what we're shutting down. And the system are these dimensions. Now, if this man chopping wood is stuck in this dimension, eventually the dimension will burn. They tell you to walk to the light. Most people are walking towards astral light. And when you walk towards the astral light, you get another human body. You are supposed to walk towards the darkness, because what you're doing is going deeper into yourself. Then you will see a small light. This small light is actually your soul. You're supposed to be walking to your soul, the light of your soul. Now, the knowledge that you gain here, you are illuminating that part of yourself. Most people aren't conscious enough to find the light of their soul to walk to, and that's the way home. When you walk towards the light and all the relatives and all of them, remember, these are the same dumb relatives we were talking about, you know what I'm saying, that used to cook chitlins and shit. So I ain't going where the fuck they going. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going where the fuck they going. You are supposed to walk towards the darkness until you see your own light. Astral light is this realm. That's a very important thing to say, you know, for people to understand. I'm glad I got that out. Did that answer it, Hemmitt?
What I'm supposed to do for this carnation.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. But you know when they tell you when you die, and then you see your family members and they at the light and they waving you to come and all that, don't go to them, because they are the trap. They are when you see the ancestors and all that, that's a trap. Because in the hereafter, it's a trap, because that is a dimension that sucks into this one, that was set up by subordinate deities, by lower gods who did not want this part of the universe to ascend into its incarnation. So they created a what the Bible calls a guff, or well to trap souls in, based on the experiences of the souls when they incarnate physically. Whereas the real place to go is into the darkness.
The brother Lean just got finished lecturing and saying, it's not millions, we've been here for billions of years. Yeah. Billions of years. You got to understand, this shit is a done deal, son. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to get off of here? What is your... See, the ones who think we're going into another cycle of this shit is exactly what Michael Jackson was showing me. This is a human sickness. You are crazy with this humanity shit. You want to be down here stuck.
Don't get bent. If they kill everybody, the ancestor said, so what? Let them have it. Let's go. We got other places to go and other things to do. And other colonies to make.
Because a lot of our people like this world. We like this society. We like the white man telling us what to do. We like having somebody else think for us. We like all of this crap. I like some of it. You know what I'm saying? I like being able to play with my queen and my babies and read and paint and rap and all this other stuff. But I don't like it enough to do it for another 120 million years. I don't like it that much.
I'll be probably coming through somebody, maybe your great-great-grandchildren. I'll be here with the same shit. I don't want to hear this again. I am not coming back. I don't want to be here no more. I've done this. I've done it.